Woke up and I'm giving thanks for the things God brought me through. Woke up and I'm giving thanks for the things God brought me through.
I don't care. I saw me sit down on the cocky like cheer. Up it a float, money wet up like a boat. Like it when him grab me through and him a swear I take a oath. Say me
know you like the way I wind between the sheets. Baby, come over.
That's why it burn. Cool it with peace of eyes.
go down and now wine.
Welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. If you've never been here before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. Hit that subscribe button. Stop being a hater. Let's get into the material without further ado. Y'all remember the time when Lady Saw, who is now Minister Marion Hall, broke the news where she said Dancehall Queen Spice is somewhere in one of these islands. I don't remember if she said the Dominican Republic or somewhere. And she said Spice is in critical condition and we're asking everybody to pray for her. And then, you know, the news started spreading that she got her body done and it went bad in one of those BBL surgeries. I mean, many women have died going under the knife to get the perfect body that they desire. And in a world where, especially if you are a entertainer and at the top of the charts like Spice is, it's high pressure when you're up there. You know what I mean? You can't just come outside, wagga wagga, and your body look yasso deso, and dash with throw back. You understand? Your body gotta look right. So there's pressure. And I know a lot of people are like, well, just eat right and just go to the gym. You know what I mean? But it doesn't really work like that for everybody. There are a lot of people out here whose schedules are super busy. Like Spice's schedule has always been busy. And I've said this on videos before that she is probably she's in the top 5 of the most consistent dancehall artists, and that's male and female. And she flies more than 90%, 95% of those who are her counterparts, fellow dancehall artists, male or female. She's really like busy. Them time there, Spice was all over the world. And to be that busy, you got to understand traveling like that takes a toll on your body. You don't even have time to eat right. Sometimes you just got to grab what's around, you know. Then you got to go to rehearsal and then you have to go for the show and then you have to do the show. You prep for the show. The show have to be right because you're Spice. You're the queen of dancehall and you have to represent to the fullest. And you so focused on so many other things. You're responsible for the backup dancers. You're responsible for the safety of your crew. You're responsible for making sure that your set is right. What song comes after the next song, the this, the that, right? People ain't thinking about eating right and exercising, going to gym. After them kind of traveling there and rehearsals and, you know, all that stuff, you want to lay down and rest. So some people do go under the knife. Some people do get these augmentations, if you will. And apparently something like that went down. We didn't really know what happened back then. And over time, it has slowly come out to where now the queen of dancehall herself is ready to tell the world what took place. So without further ado, I give credit to LaToya Gale, January 24th. And this was a story that was printed in People from an interview that was done recently with the queen of dancehall herself. And the headline said, dancehall star Spice underwent 7 surgeries after a near-death experience. And she, quote unquote, said, my body was becoming poisonous. This is an exclusive interview that I am just reiterating because we followed the story from the beginning and we always wondered what really happened. Were people telling lies on her? Remember, Spice disappeared for a minute. Everybody was like, oh God, make her pull through. You know how she's with her kids, them. If you go back and look at my old video, I was in there saying, I don't really care what she was there doing. I just hope she pulled through for the sake of her kids. Because you see how she and her kids are close, right? And she always says stuff like, she alone them have, and she's a single mother, blah, blah, blah. I was like, man, let her pull through. Them kids are young. I don't want them to go through the trauma of losing her, etc. So this is our follow-up to the story. And we're no strangers to following up a story. We normally follow up every story that we follow, right? All right. It went like this. She said in the interview, she said, they had to cut my body open from top down. Spice recalls in an exclusive People interview, she said of her sepsis illness, they had to cut my body from top down. Jaja God. Queen of Dancehall Spice is reliving the moment that she was left fighting for her life. So while speaking exclusively with People on Monday on January 19th, the Jamaican superstar, musician, performing artist extraordinaire, who is now 43 years old according to this, revealed that her newly released gospel song, God Don't Play About Me, was inspired by the health scare that she experienced in the Dominican Republic back in 2022. Sidebar for a little bit. When I saw God Don't Play About Me, the video, I'm supposed to do a review on the video itself. But I wanted to see more come out, and I wanted to see more reaction, not just give my initial reaction to the video. The first thing I thought about when I heard the song and saw it, the video, I said, I wonder what I wonder what Minister Marion Hall, not Lady Saw, I wonder what Minister Marion Hall is thinking, because this is in Minister Marion Hall's lane. And I remember Spice and Lady Saw going, or Minister Marion Hall going back and forth. And Spice had said one time that when she start doing gospel, like she says she are going to do it on another level, or she are going to do it wholeheartedly, or I don't remember what she said exactly verbatim, word for word, what she said. But it was along those lines. So God Don't Play About Me is Spice's latest gospel piece of work that is genuinely coming from a place of where, you know, it's one of them times in your life where you're like, God, please take me out of this. You understand? And to see where God has brought you from that situation. So Spice, whose real name is Grace Latoya Hamilton, she is a mom of Nicholas. Nicholas is now 18 years old, and the daughter of Nicola Toy. Nicola Toy, who's 14 now. Sidebar again. I looked at Nicholas as Nicholas is aging, and I think Spice got him like a luxury car for his birthday, and his brethren, his friends were around and all that. And I said to myself, I wonder if a Vibes Cartel picked me that. You know, because you know Spice and Cartel, they're very close. And if any artist in dancehall deserves to have Vibes Cartel take them on tour with them and go around the world, it's Spice. Because all the years where we were here shouting Free Vibes Cartel and going through his case and trying to raise awareness so everybody sees that this is a botched case, that the state did not prove their case beyond shadow of a doubt or reasonable doubt, and that Cartel them should be free. Spice was about the only of one or two dancehall artists who everywhere, matter of fact, she was the only dancehall artist who everywhere she went, she kept on saying Free Vibes Cartel, keeping his name alive, playing the song they did together, riling up the place, having the crowd sing his lyrics to the song, keeping him in the people's forefront of their mind. So he stayed relevant. So if anybody is owed anything, it would have been her. And y'all see how the relationship is with them today. So that was just the weird part of my mind, thinking, I wonder if Cartel and Spice did have a secret child together, and it's Nicola. All right, forgive me. Let me get back on track here. So But she said that, well, on her own, on the Caribbean island at the time, she said the children weren't with her. She described surviving the sepsis situation as a miracle, as she recalls her sister rushing to be by her side. She said, quote unquote, one of my intestines opened up and sent my body into sepsis shock. I had to do an emergency surgery to perform a hernia repair, and they had to cut my body open from the top down. So it don't look like it was a BBL surgery. She's saying she had to do an emergency surgery to perform a hernia repair. The sepsis was attacking my lungs and my organs, my lungs, my liver, all of that. My body was becoming poisonous. If anybody knows about the medical field and this part of it, when your body starts becoming sepsis or septic and your body starts rejecting, all your organs start shutting down and failing, this is where you quickly slip into death. So while asleep in the hospital, Spice says she could hear her sister playing Jacqueline Carr's song, You're Bigger. The mother of two now credits the gospel hit for bringing her out of that life-threatening illness. She said, I've always had a close relationship with God, and my near-death experience just brought me closer to God, or she said to Him. The word tells you that you have to taste and see to know that He is God. My testimony blew me out of the water because even the doctors themselves were calling my family to tell them to come say their goodbyes to me. So not even they could believe the miracle that happened. You know, says, I see your sting.com one time the doctors start calling your family members, and telling them, listen, I don't think she's going to make it, come say your last goodbyes. That is that. It's a wrap. You're going out. But to see that she made it back from that, I hope in her lifetime, as long as she lives, she never forgets it. She says it wasn't until 2024 that she went under the knife for the last time, as after each procedure, doctors had to wait a few months before they could operate again. I guess they're talking about body augmentations here. She continues, and she said, there's a timer on my phone that goes off when we pray and when to have my alone moment with God. And during the time of my procedure, the surgeons would tell me that my alarm just kept going off. This, I guess God did want him alone time with you. The singer who grew up in Portmore, Jamaica, but now lives in Atlanta, Georgia, USA, reveals that her follow-up surgeries took place in the US rather than in the Dominican Republic. She admits that she's surprised her own body is now perfectly healthy. Even the doctor said that things would have happened, Spice says, but whatever they said, it didn't happen. Them have a saying where them say, the doctor can say what him want to say, but God have the last say. God has the last say. So the sepsis, she said, it ate my skin from my belly area. I've shared those images with my fans because I wanted them to see the goodness of God. Now, I had never seen those images and they weren't shown in this, but for those of you who have seen it, you would know. Doctors called in a plastic surgeon saying that I would need skin grafting because of how damaged my skin was. She continues. She said, thanks be to God, my skin grew back to its normal form and I didn't have to do any skin grafting. Damn, look at God. Spice then explained that this new song isn't just a reminder of her near-death experience, but of all the times in life when her faith has been crucial to her. You know, I tell people all the time, man, I say, you better believe in somebody and something, because you are not the all. You are not. If you cannot give somebody tomorrow, if you cannot look at somebody today and give them tomorrow, meaning guaranteeing them that they will be alive tomorrow and the day after, then you are not in control. You know what I'm saying? And life has a way of making you have to go to that place. I've seen people already. The funny story, the funniest, most recent one was when the hurricane hit in Jamaica. And the Rasta man who ran from his red, gold, and green place into the church. And when him said the whole line place blow away. I'm not saying that Rasta is better or church is better. I'm just saying when trouble catch you, you gotta find something or someone to call out to. So Rasta man said, boy, him run from him place, cause it blow away around him. And him say, run going at the church, cause the church was close by and the church was the only building standing that was still intact. And him say, when him run going at the church, so the church top blow off. And all pieces of the church start blow away. And he was like, him start shout out to Jesus. Him not say Rastafari no more, you know. And him not say God. Him a go straight to Jesus Christ. And the man a ball out Jesus Christ. The man say, when the church top blow off, him find something in the church that he hunkered down behind and ride out the storm right there so. And he's alive today to tell about it. So I'm just saying. So back to Spice now. She explained again that her new song isn't just a reminder of her near-death experience, but of all the times in life where her faith has been crucial to her. She said, it brought me closer to God, and I have a more spiritual connection, she says, of this life-altering illness. I read my Bible more. I worship more. I pray more. I'm more strict with how I show up when it comes to worshiping. I want people to just wake up and praise God in their homes in the mornings, she said, referring to her song. Every morning I get up, I play gospel. But I'm a very old school type of gospel girl when it's going to be loud singing and clapping and tambourines and stuff. So this is why I chose this type of gospel where it's just worshiping God. Spice probably comes, she's 43. She's probably like from the Grace Triller's era. Because Grace Triller's era would be like my parents' era. You know what I mean? Which would be like around for our parents, them age era. I'm just saying. And the other old school gospel. And you know when you go old school church and the singing and the knocking of the tambourine and all them something there. Yeah. I have a large platform, she says. And I want my fans to be able to get up and worship God. She concludes, she says, part of me want to see them worshiping God the way that they would get up and sing any other songs. And I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. If you're going to put all that effort into all the other songs, skin out me pum pum, anybody me here. If you're going to put all the energy and effort into those songs, then put some of the equal energy equally into songs of praise and worship as well. You know what I mean? That is that. And you have to respect that to the fullest. Well, does Spice have a place in gospel? I mean, we've seen Minister Marion Hall, but Minister Marion Hall completely left dancehall and went over to the church thing. Do you think that Spice can straddle the fence, so to speak? Do you think that she can have one foot in gospel and another foot in dancehall music? And or do you think that she will be better received doing gospel music if she makes a full transition from dancehall? Here is my honest opinion. I don't want to see her leave dancehall music. I know a lot of people are going to say, you can't do two, you can't serve two masters. I don't want to see her leave dancehall music. She has so much to contribute to dancehall music. And dancehall music does not have to be sinful. And dancehall music does not have to be slack. Dancehall music does not have to be profanity laced. And it does not have to be degrading and all those things, derogatory. Dancehall music can be uplifting. It can be clean. You understand? Lieutenant Stitchy did it. Papa San did it. But them man they gone all the way at church though. Right? I think you can still be in dancehall and just do gospel tunes as well as do your dancehall tune. On the flip side of things though, dancehall requires a certain level. I'm gonna be honest, dancehall requires a certain level of edgy, roughness, and even slackness to it. So you can be in dancehall and say, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be like a Vibes Cartel. I'm just gonna keep saying God is the greatest. You know? No matter what you're going through, count your blessings, yeah. Well, today's a new day. Give thanks for life. All praises to the Lord, me safe and me sanctified. Now make them stress me. But how many of those songs you can sing before your audience starts to alienate you and turn to somebody else who is edgier? You notice when Cartella do them song there, he still has to do the other kind of song them, right? The song where I'm talk about tie you to me cocky from your throat and kind of thing there. All right then. Let's leave it right there. And I'd look to hear and see your opinion in the comment section below. Whatever the queen of dancehall wishes for herself, at that we are going to wish we are. We're glad that she pulled through. And I do find it miraculous because being somebody who has been in the medical field and know what happens there when your body becomes septic, I've seen deaths. I've seen amputations. I've seen disfigurement. So to see her looking untouched and as beautiful as ever, even more so beautiful than before. Remember one time when Spice did gain a whole heap of weight and stuff and people were like, yo, she'll start get too heavy and thing like that. If you look at her now, she's very in shape now. She look way better than ever before. She's aging like fine wine. And she is the queen of the genre. And she represents us well globally as dancehall queen, Spice. Go check out her new song and the video for it, God Don't Play About Me, and leave your honest opinion after hearing this right here. I'll try to answer every comment in the comment section, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.
Woke up and I'm giving thanks for the things God brought me through. Woke up and I'm giving thanks for the things God brought me through.